Doctor back here again with another off-season scrimcast here for VRML. The Season 3 off-season, about to head to Season 4, just under a week, just over a week away. Very exciting to have that, coming up for us, and to see Season 4 have so many new casters coming in for the VRML lead caster team. There's going to be a lot of some great gameplay here, especially in the first and second week of the season, seeing so many teams coming out of the woodwork here, seeing what they can do for, their teams. Looking at these, we have MYST versus SunsetRavens NA. Two teams who I've seen in the past here. MYST actually saw last night facing up against BLC and winning. They won, against BLC 2 of the 3 maps that were played. Very surprising win, I would say, honestly. Well done to them. I do want to talk about, thank everyone for coming out to the Casters versus Moderators match over on the VRML Twitch channel. It was very fun to cast that with Martini, Rise, and Circusaw. Be able to cast in that, play in it as well. See all of those casters and moderators come out, work together, and, just play a little bit and see how they can match up against each other. Good exhibition leading into the season. My first official VRML cast. Hope it went well. Hope everyone enjoyed it. First time with webcam as well, if you check out the VOD. I am so glad to be a part of the community. Looks like we'll probably get started pretty quickly here. Both teams funneling in very close to the start time, actually. 8:30 was a designated start time for the scrim, and we already have 8 of the 10 players in. Looks like the entire MYST roster is ready to go here. We have Scorch, Tadashi, Biebert, Anonymous, and O Reaver. Over on SunsetRavens so far, we have Plubra, Tux, Tucker Era, Cybermilk, and one who has not yet come here. I think Tucker Era is actually a tryout for SunsetRavens, maybe trying to get just a couple more tryouts in for the coming season before they really have to get started. So I'm glad to see it. I'm curious what the first map is going to be here. Looking at the performance for both teams on Season 3, I feel like, just off a bit of a soul read here, I feel like they'll probably, obviously I can't look at SunsetRavens NA. They formed in the off-season, I believe, is what it looks like. However, MYST playing very well on the 3 maps they played yesterday, Arctic, Hideout, and I believe Factory. I believe they might hit up one of their map choices, might be Hideout here, just to kind of iron down a few more of their plays. Because that was, I believe, the one map that they lost, if I remember correctly. So much to keep track of. Alrighty, and then we also have, looks like we have Cryptic on crack over there for SunsetRavens as well. Might be another tryout, maybe 2 tryouts here for SunsetRavens. A surprising thing to see here, especially so close to the start of the season. SunsetRavens is full on members, so I'm not quite sure who they're looking to kick in order to get, these tryouts on. Maybe they're just looking to get some scrim fills here. Regardless, looks like the map has been voted on here. Sides seem to be pretty steady here. Maybe discussing a little bit here. We'll see if they switch it up on me. For now, though, seems like we'll get into it. I'm excited to see how this matchup goes. And a very quick start to the scrim. Both teams getting, readied up. Everyone in here, only 3 minutes after start time. That is pretty much a record as far as I'm concerned so far. Arctic is going to be our first map. Seems to be a pretty common pick for a lot of teams in the offseason here, maybe trying to just finish out, ironing out their plays. I believe this was SunsetRavens' pick, actually, as MYST is starting on defense. Very interesting here. Maybe trying to see, you know, home turf-wise if they can take down MYST. Looking at the loadouts here, we're probably going to go with a full Spectral buy from MYST along with SunsetRavens. Tux, SunsetRavens captain, heading up the side of the building here. Maybe trying to do just a little bit of planning out here. I'm not quite sure if any of these players have warmed up before this. Or if they've just dropped in cold here. Looks like we do have maybe Scorch on a roam, actually, over there near A for MYST. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens having most of their players actually together on this hatch. Reaver Doido seemingly just putting down a few procs, actually. A procs there. Able to know if these players are coming through green hallway. They'll know pretty quickly because of that hatch being blown, but maybe they're counting on, you know, knowing when they're pushing further in. Maybe going for a bit of a late, you know, watch on that. Looking at the droning here. Heading in, Plebra is checking the green hallway here, looking for anyone in gym. Looking through Tux, Tucker Era, and Cybermilk all here on green hallway. Do get peeked out there by Tadashi. Not quite sure. They don't know that Reaver Doido is there, sorry. Doido does get pinged out. That Prox does not, however. Incendiary goes out very early. Incendiary there from MYST. It's not going to help them too much here to block off these players. You know, there wasn't really... You know, there's a ton of time left for SunsetRavens. Just wait out that Incendiary here. Looks like we have Tucker Era, Tux, and Plebra all pushing into gym here, foaming that wall. Tux looking to get a good peek to the back of the point here. Bieber waiting very patiently here on the peak, trying to take down Tux. Tucker Era gets taken down there by Reaver Doido along with Plebra. Suddenly, EMP is dropped in green hallway, but Reaver does get flanked by Cryptic as well as Cybermilk. Suddenly, Cybermilk and Cryptic both alone here, trying to push through on Jim. Cryptic does need to plant if he really wants to get this play off. Bieber, Scorch, Tadashi, and Anonymous all leaning through and trying to watch this. They don't have any utility. They actually do have utility to block off the plant. Bieber does take down Cybermilk and Cryptic. As Cryptic takes on Anonymous, MYST. Keeping 3 people alive. Pretty good for this pistol round against SunsetRavens. Initial scores, looking like we do have a 2-0 KD from Reaver, Bieber, and Cryptic. Well done for their teams. Well done. Looks like we do have SunsetRavens probably going for a meta push here onto B. Looking at utility usage here, we do have a static placed on the back of this B wall trying to prevent the quick plant. A bit of an odd static placement, but I suppose it will slow down the attackers as they try to move straight in. Going towards A. I do see some trips here by the A bomb, which are going to prevent them from pushing in from the hatch. Some good spread out utility here from MYST, trying to cover all of the angles they can, not quite knowing where SunsetRavens is coming in from. Looks like we do have Cybermilk, Tucker Era, and Tux all pushing in. Around side, Tux going for a bit of a pixel walk here. Bit of a no-no. But it is a scrim, so it doesn't have much bearing on anything. Looks like Anonymous is going to be roaming up the stairs. Tux pushing straight in after a few info peaks. Straight in. He is droned in. There are no trips here. You know, putting a pretty quick push through here for SunsetRavens. Hopefully they have a flank watch to take out Anonymous, but we'll see if he does get seen. Tux almost gets wall banged out. Anonymous does get droned out there. We'll see if SunsetRavens chooses to chase him. Looks like Anonymous is just going to push straight back to the other stairs. Not going to chance it. Tux choosing to push downstairs, maybe try to take him out. Wall is now foamed. They probably know there's a static there. Trying to draw MYST attention away from this wall that they're on now. Tucker Era peeking straight through. Trying to take down Bieber, who's behind that wall. Bieber takes down Tux on a great lean peek there. Tadashi and Scorch all on the back of the point here, now getting an incendiary placed between them. Looks like we have Scorch trying to get some hits off through the wall. Cybermilk is going to go for the plant here. Static is gone. Tadashi pushing up, trying to take out the plant. A great grenade there. Going to take Cybermilk down pretty low. Tadashi tries to play space out of the way. It does get taken down, however. Scorch takes out Tucker and Cybermilk. Suddenly it's just Plubra here, trying to cover anyone who tries to push out on him. Plubra has to push in here to take out Anonymous very quickly. They do hear his footsteps and take him out. MYST is now going to be up 2 above SunsetRavens after second round. Very good position to be in here, especially 3 players alive, again, able to keep these omens and keep their momentum going here on their economy. Bit of a rough situation here for SunsetRavens to try to adapt to, especially with 2 tryouts. You know, what do you do in this situation? I feel like trying to stick to these meta pushes is probably a good idea, just to get some consistency going. Biebert on a 4.0 KD here. Fantastic for this scrim. Hopefully he can continue it through the rest of the scrim, maybe getting it higher even. Looks like we do have Reaver Doido and Scorch placing down some utility outside this meta push B hallway, but it seems like SunsetRavens is actually going to be going for A. If I was MYST and I wasn't hearing any sound cues so far, I feel like I would be calling that out to my team. But it looks like SunsetRavens just had a bit of a late start here, actually. Looks like they might still be pushing towards A. There's not a lot of utility down from MYST to cover it, so maybe this is going to be a bit of a lucky push from SunsetRavens. They're looking to push straight in here. Tux, Cybermilk, and Plubra all pushing straight in towards this gen room. There is a door blocker down, but no procs here. They're free to just push straight in if they want to. In the point now, there is an incendiary on connector. Scorch gets a great nade down. Gonna take out 3 players. What a nade from Scorch. Taking out Cryptic, Tucker, and Tux. Fantastic nade. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to clip that when it comes up. You know, I'm going to have to clip that after the match here and send that to him. That was a fantastic nade. You know, textbook trying to block off the plant there. Just managed to get 3 as they pushed in. Looks like we do have SunsetRavens trying to get their feet under them here. Taking down a Marui for a hero buy, along with Cybermilk, is holding down a Vezin. Meanwhile, over on MYST, they're going for a cheeky soft buy here. If they do win this round, it'll pay off well for them. But if they lose, it's going to be rough on their economy. I feel like if I was Scorch, I might not buy out for my team and just keep my money so that I can buy no matter what, get a hero buy off. We'll see if SunsetRavens can turn around this massive lead from MYST. Anonymous is roaming upstairs instead of downstairs here. Will he get droned out? Plubra looking to check it here. Does check downstairs, checks upstairs. Very loose. Anonymous leaning over, trying to see if anyone tries to push him. Tadashi takes out Cybermilk through the wall. Drone goes down as well. Anonymous slowly roaming down the stairs. There's not a flank watch here from SunsetRavens. Probably going to spell Plubra's doom. Plubra gets taken out there by Anonymous. Anonymous failing a grenade, unfortunately. Tadashi takes out Tux there on the flank peak. Cryptic gets taken out by Anonymous as well. Suddenly, it's just Tucker era having to hold down the fort. Everett and Tadashi have their back turned. Tadashi getting taken down there, but Scorch getting the refrag. SunsetRavens getting taken down systematically by Anonymous's roam on the stairs. Not having a flank watch just really, unfortunately, did not pay off for them there. I feel like, you know, they just need to get some plays going here. Scorch now at 6.0 KD. Well done. Looking at the push here from SunsetRavens, they really need to get something off here. They do have enough money. They can't afford rifles other than Plubra. Meanwhile, MYST very comfortably able to full buy. Scorch at max money. Reaver not far behind even with buying utility. what do you do if you're SunsetRavens here? You need to get something off. I feel like a change of strategy is in order, maybe. Reaver Doido definitely hearing these sound cues here. Over on A, maybe thinking about blocking off the meta, or the off-meta push, rather. If I was SunsetRavens, I might think about pushing here in Kitchen together. If they can full push, they can overpower any of these MYST members, rather than pushing one at a time or two at a time here. Trying to emulate maybe some of the higher-level teams. Tux and Tucker Era both pushing in here. Prox does go off. MYST trying to get some wall bangs off here. Reaver is in the kitchen, hoping to take down anyone who climbs in this window. Reaver's ready. Reaver gets taken down by Cybermilk on a great peek there. Anonymous might get taken down just the same. Wall is foamed here for SunsetRavens to blow into A, but there's a lot of these players inside that point. Curious if they're going to be able to get it off. Almost all of MYST sitting on the point right now. Just waiting for this wall to open here. Waiting on the vent. Biebert in the shower here, pretty safe from most utility. An Incendiary coming out from MYST, trying to block off the push there from SunsetRavens, maybe trying to prevent an early point control. Tux is on the back here, trying to get a good angle off. Just can't quite see anyone. Biebert pushing out of the shower because of the smoke, able to chill in the corner here on a lean peek for the wall. Might get seen if someone tries to come through that front door. Tucker Era holding the off angle here in case someone tries to push in. Or push out, rather. They do have Cybermilk on flank watch, it seems. He's not watching down the stairs, but he's at least there as almost a prox in case someone does try to come up the stairs. Anonymous looks to be trying to get to maybe the stairs. Looks like a B rotate is called here from SunsetRavens, trying to push around, but it gets preempted by a great prox there from MYST. They're on a timer now. Wall is foamed on B. They're gonna try to probably push in here. Anonymous is over there by Jim, gets taken out by Tux. Biebert behind the towels here. Great Incendiary, blocking SunsetRavens from pushing in at all. I feel like they rotate back to A here, is the play. Yep, rotate back to A, definitely the play here. They need to just get the plant down. Scorch does get preempted out in the connector. They need a plant now. While there's no one here, Biebert pushing out here. Tadashi takes down Tux and Plubra. Suddenly, it's just Cybermilk and Cryptic. Cryptic takes down Biebert and Scorch, but gets taken down by Tadashi, along with Cybermilk. MYST claiming their 5th round over SunsetRavens here. Well done there by MYST. It was looking a little dangerous for them because of that fast rotate, but it seems like SunsetRavens just barely didn't get in the point fast enough to claim dominion over it. Tadashi, 4.5 KD. Scorch sitting at a 7.0 still. SunsetRavens creeping up, though. You know, they nearly can full buy this round, just barely can't get there. Cybermilk having to go with an Omen. Meanwhile, MYST confidently able to full buy into this, get all of the utility they possibly could. What do you do if you're SunsetRavens here? You really just need to get a round off. Especially on this floor. I feel like a meta push is the wrong way to go about it. You're so down on weaponry, you're so down on utility. You know, what can you do here? I feel like maybe a hatch play might be in order to push into the back of point. You know, there is a door blocker here from MYST, which will allow them to really block off a lot of it. Biebert is preempting a hatch play here. He places a sneaky prox down here on the back. Looks like the meta push is going to be the play here from SunsetRavens. Anonymous is waiting at the top of the stairs. He is going to get droned out immediately. Cover is blown. Cryptic is on flank watch. Anonymous gets taken down. Sorry, Anonymous doesn't get taken down, but he gets taken down a good amount of health, but doesn't die. They have successfully gotten rid of the flanker, but I feel like leaving someone on dedicated flank watch is going to be really important here if they don't want to get flanked again. I know there's nobody up there, but they don't know that. And they've been getting flanked pretty consistently here. Plebra is going to go down to an incendiary. Suddenly, SunsetRavens on a 4v5. Tadashi waiting very patiently on the right side of the wall there. Tux does take out Biebert. Anonymous at the back of the point here, able to come up here. He does not have a stim. Scorch gets taken out there by Cryptic as Tadashi takes out Tucker. Tadashi is now known to be on the right side of that wall, trying to block it off. Tux, info peeking out. Cryptic might get leaned in here on by Tadashi. Tadashi pushing back, I believe throws his stim to Anonymous. SunsetRavens, rough position to be in here. They do have a stim which will heal Tux up. Cryptic has now moved to the side of the door where he could try to plant. I feel like, unfortunately, they don't have a nade, which is just a rough situation to be in. Tux takes out Reaver. Tadashi and Anonymous both here. Tadashi's grenade really doesn't work out very well. Tux takes out Tadashi. Now it is just Anonymous on a 1v3. Having to guard the plant. Someone is coming through Red Room here. Info peeking in. Cybermilk wisely staying in the Red Room rather than trying to come in. Anonymous would have health advantage if Tux hadn't healed. Anonymous does drop here. SunsetRavens might claim their round here. Anonymous trying to watch 3 doors at once. Does get taken out there. SunsetRavens claims their first round of the scrim, thankfully. Maybe this will start the comeback here. Maybe mirroring BLC's performance over on Factory, I believe. Going down a few rounds and then just getting a miraculous, meteoric rise back up and winning the map. You just need to get some rounds down. If you get 4 in a row here, they'll tie it up, which isn't too bad. They don't have the pressure of them being 1 away from victory. So there's not a ton of pressure that's going to be on them right now. They can still play it pretty cool. Looking at the loadouts here, MYST is now on offense. They can, set the pace of the play here, which they couldn't do before. That may work in their advantage. We do have Tux waiting in Green Hallway on top of the box here, actually. Most of these SunsetRavens players centralized over on Green Hallway. Probably a good idea. It is the meta push. They do hear these footsteps up on roof. Already, Hatch is going to be blown by Tadashi. Looks like we do have probably a push here. Tux is going to hear that drone come out. He's hoping to deny any information he can, most likely. Which is going to be great. Tadashi does come in on the window here. Tux drops off the box in Green Hallway, trying to back up. Tadashi is with the EMP there. Could get ego peeked out, actually, if he's not careful. There's no one to guard him. He is in the building now. Just check flank alone. Cryptic on a lean peek. Nearly gets some shots off there on Anonymous. Tux is inside Green Hallway. Tadashi going for a very early foam here on Jim. Tux does lean around, gets taken out by Biebert. Anonymous on flank watch there. Cryptic takes out Biebert. Cryptic now ego peeking out, trying to take out anyone else in this Green Hallway. Reaver trying to push through here on the back hallway, gets taken out there. Sorry, Reaver takes out Cryptic on crack there. A great grenade there from SunsetRavens, barely doesn't get a hit off. Nade there from MYST onto the back of the point is immaculate. Just doesn't get anyone down. Tadashi going for the plant. Tucker Era does have an incendiary to block that off. It looks like they were actually baiting out an early incendiary there. A good play from MYST to bait out any of the utility that SunsetRavens possibly had. Cybermilk now down to 4. Plebra trying to get a lean peek off in case they try to plant again. They're going to have to do something drastic if MYST goes for this plant again. Tucker Era pushing up, trying to get peek off here, trying to get the plant off. Yeah. However, they did get another progress off, so if Doido can just get one more progress off, they can really just get this down, and then SunsetRavens has to push them. I feel like it's a great idea. They just need to get this plant down before too many of the players get taken out. Tucker Era gets taken out by Scorch. EMP is now planted here. Scorch takes out Cybermilk. Plebra takes out Scorch on the refrag. Plebra trying to push up towards Jim. Takes out Anonymous. Now it is just Reaver, who is in Green Hallway. Plebra hears him coming up. He's waiting it out. Gets the kill off. SunsetRavens is going to pick up their second round here. Starting the comeback up. Beating out the 5-1 curse there. Looking at the scores, they're a lot more even than they were before. SunsetRavens now 6-6, 5-6. And 3 kills the rest of the way. Over on MYST, 11-4 from Tadashi. Scorch going down from a 7.0 KD to a 3.0. Still extremely respectable, but not where it was before. SunsetRavens looking to maybe humble MYST a little bit here and come back up. I look forward to seeing it. Alrighty. Looks like we have MYST going for just a standard B push here. I'm not quite sure what the best play is here. Cryptic looks to be putting down some util here. Yep, there is a prox being put down. A very cheeky prox here to let SunsetRavens know where to wallbang specifically. Because of where it's placed, it'll tell them they really need to just wallbang right here. Great placement. Tadashi takes down Tucker Era immediately from that box peek. Tuck's looking to loot the body there. Going down a player immediately is really bad for SunsetRavens here. They'll need to put out some pretty good plays in order to get this off. Going for the back B all. They shoot that out very quickly. Tadashi going for the foam. Tadashi's very low here. I almost would back up before blowing that wall. There we are. Unfortunately, there is no stim over on MYST. So if they go down health, they're just down that health for the rest of the round until they loot the stim off of Cybermilk's body. Looks like we do have MYST slowly pushing up here, trying to take out any of these defenders. They do foam the wall up. Cybermilk might get seen here by Bieber. Cryptic takes him out on a great flick, I think. Anonymous up on the box, trying to take down anyone who tries to ego peek out. Wisely, these SunsetRavens players are playing it cool, just staying back in the point, trying to get refrags as much as they can. Plebra throwing out a great nade, get some hits off there on Scorch. Tux takes down Scorch and Tadashi both. Now it is just Reaver and Anonymous on this back hallway. They have a single minute to get this off. SunsetRavens showing their chops here on defense. MYST really has to get this, plant down in order to win this round out. Tux, ego pushing out, gets taken out there by Reaver. Suddenly a 2v3 in favor of SunsetRavens. Reaver getting taken out by Cybermilk on an unfortunate ego peek there. Anonymous, still at full health, gets taken down by some great spectral shots there from Cybermilk. SunsetRavens now 3-5. They really only need 2 more rounds. They'll tie it up. I feel like MYST is probably feeling a bit nervous here now, especially with their economic situation here. SunsetRavens can buy, pretty much anything they want currently. Meanwhile, there's not much else. There's not much else that SunsetRavens can, that MYST can do to really counteract that. They're down to RCPs and Omens to try to get this done, rather than their confident, full buy on that first half. Well done here from, well done here from SunsetRavens for not losing their cool. I'm so glad they really didn't. Looks like we will have Anonymous and Bieber trying to push in here, along with the rest of the MYST team, trying to claim some, just a round off, really, of SunsetRavens to guarantee themselves OT. If they can't, it's going to be pretty rough trying to get this back. Looks like we do have this meta push being covered by Cryptic, as well as Tux. No backstairs roamer, luckily for MYST. Tux going for a bit of an ego peek here, could lose a gun. He's gonna lose a gun here to Scorch, but Cybermilk does claim it for himself. SunsetRavens probably getting a bit overconfident on that angle. They do lose a player immediately. MYST has a pretty good push they can get on this wall as long as they get it open with Tadashi's foam. Anonymous is on flank watch here, luckily. Reaver is on drone. Going forward, probably a quick plant here. A great nade to the back. Just barely not reaching to hit Clubra and Cryptic. Cryptic does get incendiary. Gets pushed out from behind the bomb. A nade getting thrown in the back hallway. Does not get them down. Tadashi barely not getting incendiaried there. Stuck in the point because of the incendiary. Trying to take down anyone he can. Pushing up into the smoke. And gets taken out there by Cybermilk. Suddenly, EMP is down. The pressure is on for SunsetRavens. 4v4 here. MYST. It's looking pretty good for MYST here, especially Cybermilk gets taken down there. Now Biebert has a gun. You know, has a Vezin, which he uses, sorry, a Marui, which he uses to take down Tucker era. Plubra takes down Reaver as Biebert gets the refrag. Suddenly it's just Cryptic on Krakus to kill 3 players and get the defuse off. He has no time. And Anonymous gets the kill off there. Suddenly, SunsetRavens, the pressure is on. They need to get 4 rounds in a row to win Arctic here. MYST only needs 1. MYST has to mess up 4 times. SunsetRavens only needs to mess up once to lose Arctic. The pressure is definitely on. SunsetRavens, especially still not having great economy, they're going to have to really try to get this off. MYST, unfortunately, does go down a player, actually. SunsetRavens might be looking a little better off than they were before. And then, actually, they get a fill here. Rebel Phoenix coming in for MYST on a quick fill. You know, a surprisingly immediate fill there. I think MYST had that, you know, replacement down to a science. Well done to them for just quickly, you know, realizing they dropped a player, getting him in. Only some other teams were just as quick with those switches. Biebert is going to be going for, I believe, the drone here, so I think we're going to watch that droning until further notice. Tucker era is on flank here, top stairs. Biebert does check back here. Pretty deep droning here, but you kind of need that on downstairs. Arctic here. Maybe this is a little bit deep. I'm not quite sure. I guess they're just using the entire drone here downstairs. So there's not really a secondary drone. I guess they just really want to clear that downstairs flank off. They're not going to clear upstairs, surprisingly. Which leaves Tucker era completely free to roam up there. It looks like Tux does get pushed out, which is good because he would have gotten double pushed there by Anonymous and Scorch if they had pushed just a little bit quicker. Tux is watching this vent, now stuck outside of the point as he has players on both of his sides here. Trying to wallbang it out. Looks like the drone does go back and drone out Tucker era, luckily. Tux does take out Anonymous before he runs off back to point. Tucker era gets peeked once by that drone and decides to just back straight off. Probably a good idea since they're down so many points. They don't want to just lose someone on a 1v2 or a 1v3. They go for a flash here. MYST might be calling a rotate, actually. They have a lot of players in this back hallway. It looks like they are just going for actually just the standard play here. Wall is blown. They have some great cover here. Tux doesn't have fantastic cover from the wall, but he does take down Biebert. If that wall blows, Tadashi could quick peek him, but he looks like he's not going to. Looks like we do have... I feel like on MYST here, I might just call a rotate. Tucker era takes out Tadashi on the counter roam. If he tries to come through that vent, though, he's going to get taken out by Scorch. He is backing up quite a bit here. MYST on a 2v5 here. Well played from SunsetRavens. Still showing they can get this down. Rebel Phoenix not getting any head peeks here. Does get taken down by Tux. Surprisingly, you know, far. I feel like the latency there was rough for that peak. Now it is just Scorch who was on flank watch. Looks like he will probably just be sitting here and saving his Vezin, which is a good idea. You know, you don't want to lose a Vezin at this critical time, especially since you are going down on economy now. You don't want to nickel and dime your way to losing. Looks like SunsetRavens is going to choose to not push out and try to find him. Actually, Tux is pushing through. And he gets taken down on an unlucky corner watch. Cybermilk looking to get the refrag, maybe. Scorch does save that Vez and the rest of his team, going down quite a few dollars here in order to soft buy and try to just win out this round. I feel like you're up 2 rounds right now. Calling a save is probably a really good option here. You just go with pistols, see if you can get some lucky picks off to reduce SunsetRavens' money. You have the income for it. I feel like just trying to save it out is going to be your best bet. Regardless, though, it looks like MYST does not agree. They're going to be going for standard B push here. Tux is actually going to be roaming all the way upstairs here. You know, maybe going for just a bit of a cheeky roam here. MYST has had some pretty robust flank watching, I think. So we'll see if it works out for SunsetRavens or if they just get a free... If MYST just gets a free kill. Plubra and Cryptic both in this back corner. I feel like this would be a pretty good spot for a pre-nade from MYST, actually. I know I'm not a proponent of, you know, quick nades, but just feel like... Oh, a great incendiary there, taking Tadashi down. Luckily, he did have a stim. Drone now coming out, not droning the stairs, checking for utility. Plubra and Cyber do get droned out. Tux is now down by the stairs. He wasn't droned out. A bad nade there. He's not taking them out. We'll see if Anonymous does flank watch. Now Drone is coming up the stairs. We'll see if it lasts long enough. It does see Tux. Tux chooses to push straight down. Gets taken out by Anonymous there. Hands off of Marui to MYST. I feel like that was a bit of a misplay. If you get droned out there, you do have 2 choices. You either push through or push back. And I feel like in this case, being down 2 rounds, I feel like pushing back would have been the play. Ebert finishing on the drone, coming into the building now. On, I'm surprised to not see dedicated flank watch there from the droner Bieber. Looks like EMP is going to be tossed over, throwing an incendiary out. Tucker having to run out of it. 2 trips up that were not droned out, I believe. Tadashi does see the trips, sorry. Bit of an early plant prevention there from SunsetRavens, trying to bait out some util. Fantastic bait there. Still trying to lean in and get the plant off regardless of the incendiary. He can get it off. Cryptic takes down Biebert. Plubra trying to ego out, does get taken out there by Rebel Phoenix along with Cybermilk. Suddenly, 2v4 here for SunsetRavens. MYST is nearly full on health. A tough proposition here for SunsetRavens to get this off, but it's not impossible. Cryptic now stuck behind Deathbox here. Not a lot of time left on EMP. He's going to have to do something. Tucker Era needs to push up here. Unfortunately, it's not looking great here for SunsetRavens. I don't think they barely have enough time to defuse at this point. Tadashi takes on Cryptic. Tucker tries to full push and MYST. Claims Arctic 7-4 here. Tadashi 14-7, 2.0 KD at the end of the scrim. Very good. Scorch nearly at a 3.0. Fantastic there. 2.0 from Rebel Phoenix as well on the late join. Over on SunsetRavens as well, you know, at least going even, most of them. Especially for, unfortunately, going down quite a few rounds. They nearly got that back. They got 3 rounds in a row, which is fantastic to see. You know, only on first map, maybe trying to get warmed up a little bit here. And I believe it's going to be MYST map choice this time. So SunsetRavens will be able to pick a strong side if they really can. But well done from both teams there, trying to win it out against each other. You know, not getting too, worked up about it seems. Final scores there. MYST did lead by 3,000 points-ish. So if they did go to OT, they would have had side choice. They probably would have picked... actually, I feel like they would have picked defense rather than offense over there on Hideout. Sorry, on Arctic. But I guess we'll never know for now. Waiting on the map and side choice here from the teams for second map. I'm excited to see what they do pick and the sides. Especially, I do believe it is MYST's map choice. especially Sunset Raven, they do have 2 tryouts. I believe this is going to be a server change. They didn't tell me anything about it. Sorry about that, folks. I was not told about a server change, but now getting it down here, it looks like it will be now on SunsetRavens. Maybe they not like that server, and they need all the advantages they get with these 2 tryouts. Obviously, they did it themselves. However, it is still 2 tryouts, so they're hoping to do it on their own servers, it seems like. You know, a great first map there for both teams. MYST barely edging it out there. They had some great gunplay going and some great utility on both sides. I didn't really see too many early nades. There were a couple early incendiaries, I believe, from SunsetRavens when they were on attack, and MYST from when they were on attack as well. But I think both sides pretty evenly matched here. Just SunsetRavens just couldn't get their feet under them there quick enough on Arctic, so they were down enough rounds that they only really had to mess up once. Looks like they have voted on map here. Still waiting for the rest of these MYST and SunsetRavens players to flow in to the server. Alrighty. Looks like we do have Dam as our second map here. Curious if they're going to be switching sides. I'm not quite sure. On Dam, I'm not quite sure. We did see Dam being played in the Casters versus Moderators match today. We had some challenges going on within it. So curious to see what some more, serious players are going to be looking like from MYST and SunsetRavens. Obviously, it is a scrim. They aren't going to be probably fully serious, but I am a proponent for people being at least, somewhat serious when you're going into these scrims, because you want to get a good sense for what you can play like as a team, especially for SunsetRavens if they do have some tryouts in Cryptic and one other. I just feel like it's really important. It's really, really important to try to just get it out, with a pretty serious scrim here. Cryptic and Tucker era both doing pretty well so far, I would say. Pretty good contenders. I'm not quite sure who SunsetRavens would be kicking off for them, though. There are 8 players on SunsetRavens, no open spots. So we'll see how that goes with the start of the season here coming up on the 2nd. I'm not quite sure, but I'm happy to see it. Already, all the players are in. Looks like Dam is going to be our second map that we are starting on. Now, having a server change, hopefully SunsetRavens feels a little more comfortable with their, with their gameplay here. Hopefully they will be able to get into this well. Tadashi still loading in for a second here. On tippy toes here. There we are, he loads in. Looking at the points here, we do have lower floor. For SunsetRavens on defense here, I feel like the play is to probably have a roamer or two. MYST might be a little susceptible to that, especially on dam. I feel like the best place to roam, obviously you could roam stairs, but I feel like an underutilized spot would be behind this door, beside this door right here. Almost no one I feel like pushes through this door. It's a great way to get the surprise on someone who thinks you're going to be coming from this side of the hallway. So I'm curious if we're going to see that more during the server. It looks like SunsetRavens not really worrying about having too many roamers out in the hallway. Tux might push out there with that Spectral. If they did have someone out here, they would hear these, you know, sound cues here from all of MYST. Standing over here, we are going to watch Biebert's drone in for MYST to see how that goes. He is droning in his teammates here. Checking for anyone. Tux is on roam here, trying to take out the drone immediately. Will the drone be able to get in there and see Cybermilk as well? It looks like Tux pushes back a little bit here. And drone does see Cybermilk as well, but he might think it was Tux because they don't have, you know, name tags. Looks like we do have Cryptic nearly getting taken down here by Rebel Phoenix. Looks like we did have Diego Brando coming in for SunsetRavens NA, trading out for Reaver. Tadashi going for a quick plant here on A. He might get Incend out here, but he does get the plant off for his team, luckily. So now SunsetRavens is on a 45-second timer. Just giving some feedback to some players here in the chat. Looks like we do have Cybermilk pushing out here, trying to take down Anonymous. Does take him down, but gets killed by Scorch. Diego Brando trying to push out and take down Scorch, but it looks like they're not going to get the defuse off. Trying to go for some kills instead. Rebel Phoenix pushes through, does take down Diego, gets pushed by Plubra. Plubra trying to get the last kill off here. Scorch pushes through, does take down Plubra, and MYST claims pistol round here on Dam. Well done by MYST. Already up around here on Dam, trying to, you know, get some early starts to their economy. SunsetRavens trying to get this off as well as they can. I did have someone in the chat ask if there was a delay. There is a 2-minute and 30-second delay on the stream, so apologies if you don't hear me respond to your chats verbally. You would hear it, you know, a full round after I respond to it. So I just want to make that clear. You know, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just typing you back so that you get a quick response rather than having to wait, you know, 2.5 minutes. Cryptic on Crack is on roam here in this back hallway. Rebel Phoenix, Scorch, and Anonymous all looking to push through on this back hallway here. I think Biebert is looking to drone again. Biebert will be droning in for this 3-stack. Rebel Phoenix will probably be pushing with the drone. Biebert heading in for the drone. Will not see anyone initially. Does check to see if there's anyone in these corners, any utility, any proxes. Checks back stairs, doesn't see anyone. Heading through here, probably going to get taken down by Cryptic. Cryptic does get droned out, but he does not get taken down. SunsetRavens now knowing these MYST players are trying to push in. Smoke goes down on the hallway. Cryptic cannot get that off. Cryptic is probably going to get pushed out here by Rebel Phoenix and Tadashi. He's trying to bang out the wall. There is a static down, so these players can't push all the way in immediately. Rebel Phoenix throwing out an Incendiary, pushing straight in, gets taken out there, but Cryptic is going to get taken out by the Incendiary. Plubra takes out Tadashi as Tadashi takes out Diego. Plubra now on basically a 1v3. Cybermilk now here on the point, now a 2v3. Tux looks like he is on a roam out in the hallway here. Scorch seems to be on flank guard, which is a great idea here. Both these players barely missing each other, but Tux does take out Scorch. Now Anonymous trying to push forward and get the refrag here on Tux. Does get the refrag off. Cybermilk trying to push out Ego Peak. It's almost taken out by Biebert. Plebra and Cybermilk stacking up here. Nearly gets taken out. Biebert pushing straight in the point, going for the plant. Cybermilk does not have any utility to block this off. Anonymous does take him out. Biebert gets the refrag for his teammate. MYST is now up 2 here on Dam. Well done there from MYST. Now up 2 on these rounds, you know, above SunsetRavens. SunsetRavens maybe having some flashbacks to the last map. They do have some better economy, better income here because of some losses. So hopefully they can, you know, try to get this off, try to really, you know, work their way back to a good economy before they go down 5 again. I look forward to seeing it. Alrighty. Looks like we do have Tux as a roamer here for SunsetRavens. Looks like SunsetRavens is going to be pulling back a little bit towards point. Probably a good idea, trying to really, you know, they're going to let MYST take some ground in response, but they are going to be able to get some refrags off, it seems. Trying to get any sound cues they can. Scorch looks to be thinking about blowing this wall and getting a long flank in here. Tux is on the bathroom. Might get pushed out if anyone tries to push through. Wall is phoned, but it looks like they're actually faking that wall. Maybe, unless Scorch was tossing the breaching foam over to his teammate, that he can watch this hallway. Wall is open here. Plebra trying to get a lean off, does not get him down. Cryptic trying to hold them off from entering this hallway, is going to get flanked out by Rebel Phoenix. Cryptic takes down Biebert as he gets taken down by Rebel Phoenix, and Incendiary stopping Rebel Phoenix from pushing up too far. He is going to pick up a cloak off a dead body here. Scorch is watching that bathroom entrance, so if Tux tries to push out, he will get taken out pretty much immediately here. And Rebel Phoenix takes out Tux before he can think about pushing out. Anonymous pushing up the stairs here. Does take out Diego Brando. He's now in the B point. Pretty freely in the B point here. Cybermilk trying to get a lean peek in case he tries to push down, but looks like he's pushing up into the point. Now pushing down. Plebra sees him. Placement is out of the way so he doesn't get taken down. Anonymous gets taken out there. Now a 2v3 favoring MYST, but Cybermilk does have a better gun because of that kill. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of time here for SunsetRavens to get the defuse off. They're going to have to guard. Looks like they're just pushing straight out. They need to start the defuse here. Plebra does ego out and take down Rebel Phoenix. They need to get the defuse off. Tadashi gets the 2K off on Cybermilk. And Plebra, suddenly, MYST is down 3. Sorry, MYST is up 3. I don't know what I'm thinking. Great hug there between the teammates, getting that down. Looks like we do have Rebel Phoenix on MYST, 5-3 there. Pretty good, along with SunsetRavens 4-3 from Plebra, clawing their way up the scoreboard here. MYST getting a good bit of utility going. Biebert probably going to be on the drone again. He's been droning it out for his teammates a good bit. Probably their resident droner. A lot of utility, a lot of flashes actually being bought by MYST here to maybe just obscure the vision of these SunsetRavens players on this long hallway. It's a bit rough to hold for the defenders. They can hide behind the box. They can hide behind, you know, those 2 turbines, 2 and 3 there. But if they get droned out, they really can't get back to the point without fighting their way there, you know, watching their back the entire time. And that's just a really rough thing to try to do. MYST is going to be pushing in here from both sides. Tadashi and Scorch both on the back hallway. Tux now pushing up towards Turbine 1. Is going to get seen by the drone immediately, most likely. Information now there. Tries to push out before he gets taken down. Second drone coming out from Biebert here. Flash comes out. Is going to flash their teammates. And an Incendiary on the back of the turbine. Doesn't take anyone down. A flash on Tux there, as well as Plebra. Drone is able to get a lot further back than SunsetRavens was intending. Plubra and Tux get seen. They try to throw a nade back there, but I think it was a little too late to take anyone down. Probably a waste of an incendiary and a nade. Wall is foamed onto A here. We have Cybermilk, Plubra, and Tux all watching the wall. Tux nearly getting taken down by Rebel Phoenix. Scorch is on flank watch there. Bit of a rough incendiary there from MYST, but it does block off the push out from Tux. Cryptic is on B, trying to make sure there's no one trying to flank the flank. Wall is now blown. They're probably going to try to push in and plant. A great nade there. Going to get some hits off on Tux. Nearly taken down. An incendiary barely doesn't reach Rebel Phoenix, and he can't prevent the plant. Cybermilk takes out Rebel Phoenix. Suddenly, EMP is on the wall. SunsetRavens able to hold the EMP down. MYST in a dangerous situation here, especially... Actually, Tadashi takes down Diego. Plubra takes down Tadashi. He's very low here. Bieber takes down Plubra and Cybermilk, trying to go forward. Gets the 3K, the refrag for his teammate. Got the POV for that. It was some great flicks there to get it down. MYST up 4 on Damn. SunsetRavens down a good bit of money here. They can barely afford rifles, but they are going to be able to get them. Meanwhile, over on MYST, very handily able to afford, other than Rebel Phoenix, who's down a good bit of money. I believe he died a few times, unfortunately. But he has gotten a good bit of kills off. I think he's just full bot most rounds here. I'm curious what the play is here for MYST. It is top floor. They'll probably blow the hatch, but I feel like I might see a B hatch push here. Yep, it looks like we are going to have 1, 2, 3 people pushing over to the B hatch. Almost no one on Rome now from SunsetRavens, trying to, you know, centralize their defense even more than they were. Diego, Brando, and Plubra trying to hold down B along with Cryptic. Looks like we have Rebel Phoenix and Scorch both trying to hold it down. Maybe trying to push in here on the B hatch. Tux does hear that wall be blown. Trips are down on that hatch. They do get shot out there. Drone does get shot out as well, though. Rebel Phoenix blowing up the hatch does not drop quite yet, along with Scorch. Only takes a few damage there. Looks like he's thinking about dropping. Doesn't quite see anyone just yet. They do throw down a pistol. I feel like they're going to drop pretty soon, most likely. Anonymous, Bieber, and Tadashi all there now. A very early incendiary from SunsetRavens trying to get some chip damage in. They just don't quite get it. A great nade. Going to take Rebel down to half. Cybermilk finishes off the kill. Tries to get the kill there on Scorch, but Scorch gets it down. Plubra takes down Bieber as Bieber takes down Tux. 3v3 here. Both teams on full health. An incendiary blocking off the connector there. Bieber trying to get some kills off there. Plubra behind the bomb. Pretty safe from the wall. Great grenade. Gonna get some damage off on Tadashi. Scorch is now in the point, pushing in. Cryptic takes him out. Anonymous pushing forward, trying to take out Diego. Doesn't quite get it down on a 1v3, but these players are very low. Anonymous takes down Plubra. Cryptic and Diego on a double peek here. Trying to get the refrag. Anonymous takes him down. Diego gets the refrag as Anonymous drops his gun. You know, he puts his barrel down there, maybe to reload, not realizing Diego was there. I feel like you really do not want to stop having your gun up there. You need to clear the point out. You're never safe until you know it's empty. And even then, you know, they could push in while you're checking something else. You got to be extra careful there. Suddenly, SunsetRavens do get their first round. MYST down on economy here, actually, because they all died. They dropped their rifles. Anonymous not able to go into a full buy for the switch round here. Meanwhile, SunsetRavens, because of their loss streak here, they are able to full buy and get a lot of utility. I'm surprised I'm not seeing Cybermilk buying a rifle for Tux here. But I guess they're going to prioritize utility over gunplay. Tux may be feeling a little more comfortable here on the Aril. Buying a stim out for their team. Tadashi and Anonymous looking to push through here. Looks like we do have Tadashi trying to push through. Tux is on the flank here. Upstairs, just in case they do go for hatches. Tadashi throwing in a flash to push through. Cryptic choosing to push back into point, trying to get a quick shot off in case anyone is there. Drone is coming up. Tux is actually pushing down the stairs here. Might get caught out by Biebert as soon as he comes in the building. We'll see. Not really a dedicated flank watch here from MYST, but if Biebert does come in, he'll be able to just barely see Tux before he sees him. Tadashi checking the stairs, does get droned out. Tux gets taken down there. Really unfortunate loss there for SunsetRavens. Cryptic now looking to push forward on the flank. Might get droned out as well. Anonymous nearly gets taken out there by Cryptic, but I think he just barely misses him. Rebel Phoenix planting it down. Does get killed by a nade, but not in time to prevent the plant. Cryptic on crack does take down Anonymous, but Scorch is watching it from bathroom. We'll see if Cryptic checks his corner here and does get the kill off. Suddenly, it's just Biebert on the 1v4 here. They could just go for the defuse. Biebert can't really prevent it. Biebert trying to get any kills off he can. It's taken down by Diego. SunsetRavens ends off on a 2-4 here. Maybe starting to get it back, especially switching onto attack for Dam. Not a bad situation to be in here. They only need 2 rounds to tie it up. Pretty attainable for any team. On their own servers here, maybe getting their feet under them. All right, these sides did not switch. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Looks like we do have Plubra, Cybermilk, Diego, Cryptic, and Tux all looking to push in here on the back of A. Here on Pistol Round, not a lot of utility to go around, but we do have a drone, a breaching foam, and an incendiary coming out from SunsetRavens. Surprised I don't see some utility from Cybermilk and Diego Brando. Plubra actually looking to drone here for SunsetRavens. Pushing in on the meta hallway. Scorch might get flanked out here by Tux if he's not careful, as that door is open. Rebel Phoenix is on a lean peek. Cryptic takes out Scorch immediately. Now, Plubra droning in to see if there's anyone else in these corners. MYST does have a roamer upstairs. Rebel Phoenix does take out Cryptic through the wall. Plubra doing a pretty high drone here, trying to check for any utility in any players. Does see someone up on stairs before getting taken out. Plubra does get shot a little bit through the wall, but not too bad. Wall is open here. Anonymous trying to watch this door. Tux is peeking towards the back of the point here. Someone is up on the box trying to take them out. Tadashi takes out Plubra through Tux's body, I believe. Cybermilk taking out Anonymous. Diego Brando and Cybermilk both pushing backwards. Trying to get the ego off here on Tadashi. Tadashi gets taken down. Suddenly a 2v3 here. But Rebel Phoenix and Biebert do have health advantage. Tux on flank watch. Biebert takes him out, but he is now very low on health. Takes down Diego and Tux. Cybermilk on the back hallway here, trying to push up, take out Rebel Phoenix. And I believe this is going to be MYST's 5th round. Well done here from MYST. Congratulations. 3 up here on SunsetRavens. SunsetRavens, they do need to get some rounds off here in order to capitalize off of the more equal economy so far. Both teams still just having barely enough to get some SMGs. It could still swing either way here. They need to get some quick rounds off if they can. Pistol round especially, really just about gunplay, play spacing and utility. Rather about superior firepower. Unless someone has some really good Taurus aim. There's not much you can do to really improve your firepower there on pistol round. And even then, from a distance, Spectral is going to pay off better. I'm curious what the play is here from SunsetRavens. I'm guessing they're just going to hit the hatch here, but they're going to be responded by, I believe, Anonymous and Scorch, who are in the security room here. Cybermilk is actually going to be droning instead of Plubra. Maybe one Plubra to push in here. Security getting pushed in on here. Cryptic gets taken down by Scorch. It's pretty low, however. I'd be surprised if Tux is going to watch that security. Anonymous and Scorch both are now stuck in security. They can't leave unless they climb out that window going downstairs. Tux takes out Scorch. They didn't know there was a second player in there. Anonymous is able to take out Plubra. Now, 3v3 here. Rebel Phoenix taking out the drone. MYST is actually up health here. Rebel Phoenix takes out Tux. Now a 2v3 in favor of MYST. Rebel Phoenix nearly gets taken out there by Cybermilk. Bieber, holding down the fort over here on B. Wall is foamed. Bieber is stuck in front of the wall. Can't crouch out. Does take out. Bieber does take out Cybermilk barely. Diego Brando takes out Bieber suddenly on a 1v2 here. Has to check his own flank. Rebel Phoenix does hear the footsteps, trying to lean around, check the wall, and does take him out. MYST now 6-2. SunsetRavens needs 5 rounds in a row to win, 4 rounds to get OT. Tough situation to be in here. I feel like I say that every time, but it's happened so often here, where teams just get in these situations, unfortunately. We don't often get those games like with BLC where they trade rounds back and forth pretty constantly. Looks like we do have MYST going for as much of a full buy as they can. If they do lose this round, they're going to be in pretty dire straits when it comes to their economy. SunsetRavens not much better off. Both teams kind of struggling for some economy here. Both teams having 4 rifles, 2 Maruis. Actually, SunsetRavens having 3 Maruis and a single Vezin. Cryptic, I believe, maybe their entry fragger. He's going in alone. MYST having a bit of a huddle here. Scorch is holding down this hallway alone. Trying to shoot out the door in case there's anyone there. Does nearly take out the EMP holder there. It wouldn't have done too much since he's so far out, but it would have been a great numbers advantage immediately for them. Tux pushing straight in without fear, trying to push through the door blocker. Checking to see if anyone's hiding behind the box here. Tux trying to check if anyone's there. There isn't really anyone there. Diego Brando nearly dead already just because of that shootout. And they don't have a stim. Looks like a wall is about to open. SunsetRavens doesn't realize there's 4 of these players inside the point. Scorch takes out Tux. Rebel Phoenix takes out Plubra. Cryptic takes out Scorch. As Cyber dies, unfortunately, to an incendiary there. Suddenly, 2v4 here, full health from these MYST members, trying to push out, maybe take out Diego Brando. Tadashi takes out Cryptic on flank. Suddenly, it is just Diego probably trying to head out and save here. But he can't save. If they do save, this is just the map for MYST. What can he do? He doesn't have a stim. He has to kill 4 players on 7 health. He can't get hit once by anything. Even a Jesper would kill him right now. Even a Breaching Foam would kill him right now. Hell, maybe a Flash would kill him if he got flashed. That is how low he is right now. Trying to push through here. You won't get immediately killed. Biebert is on the back there. Diego Brando, if he watches it, might get that kill off if he can. Unfortunately, MYST does have EMP, so they're free to just watch it as much as they want. Dashi definitely gets these sound cues. Ego peeking through. MYST claims damn. Now up 2 maps here. Bit of a rough showing here for SunsetRavens. 11-6 over on Rebel Phoenix from MYST. 10-6 from Biebert. 7-6, 7-8, and 5-6 over on SunsetRavens. Still very respectable. 9-8, 8-8, 7-8, 6-7. Still very respectable there. They're just barely not winning some of these rounds, unfortunately. getting killed in, 1v1s, 1v2s, just barely not grouped up enough to get the refrags. MYST playing their numbers very well. I'm hoping there's going to be a third here. We'll see if there will. I'm going to ask the captains here, see if there's going to be a third. I'm hoping there will be. Hopefully there will be a third. I'm not quite sure. SunsetRavens does go down a player. Still waiting on that fifth from SunsetRavens. I'm guessing since all of these players are here, they'll probably go for a third. Unfortunately, MYST, the captain of MYST has been telling me, unfortunately, they will not be going for a third. SunsetRavens has to go, unfortunately. But it was a great matchup to watch. Happy to have seen it. MYST winning both of these maps, actually, is, I feel like, going to be a great, momentum here for the start of their season soon. I'm happy to be here for it. I'm happy that they let me cast, able to watch some great utility on both sides. I feel like SunsetRavens just barely wasn't able to claim some of these rounds out. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. This has been Plague Doctor, one of the VRML casters, and I look forward to casting in the coming season. Keep an eye out for some of the casts. There's going to be a lot of them coming out in that first and second week. I'll be doing some co-casting and maybe some host casting if I can get into it at some point in the future. But for now, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. I am looking to do some do some co-casting. Oh my goodness. Do some community casting for next week. I'm going to have a good amount of availability next week before the season starts from the 23rd to the 1st. I'm looking to fill up my schedule with a good amount of community cast to get ready for the season, try to get people, on their way here, get some good scrims in before they get started on the season. So if you do want a cast, please reach out as soon as possible, as soon as you know. Even if you don't have an opponent, if you know you do always have a scrim on a specific day at a specific time, reach out. I'll get you in, first come, first serve, and we can go from there. For now, I hope you all have a great, great rest of your night. And good